Divyanshi,
Yes, ma'am.
introduce yourself to the panel.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Divyanshi Kaura. I am born and brought up in Chandigarh, and I did my schooling from there. After that, I've done my bachelor's in economics from Lady Shri Ram College in Delhi University, post which I have done my master's in economics from Jawaharlal Nehru University. I also have been preparing for the civil services alongside, and this will be my 5th attempt and my first interview. In my free time, I enjoy cycling and also experimenting with coffee brewing.
Coffee brewing. Okay, what kind of coffees do you brew? Like, how much you have experimented?
Ma'am, there are different methods that one can experiment with. For example, the South Indian filter coffee method, in that you pass hot water through coffee grounds and you get a concentrate. There's also the French press method, where you essentially steep the coffee in water and you then take it out for drinking. There are also pressure-based methods. For example, what we see in cafes is usually called the espresso method, where they apply pressure to pass the hot water through the coffee. For home brewers, there are also some options in that category called a mocha pot. So I also use that.
Okay, what is so unique about coffee? Can you tell me the difference between coffee and tea in a chemical sense?
Ma'am, I would say that when it comes to coffee, there are various chemical compounds in coffee that lend different types of flavors. For example, there is a sweetness in coffee as well. There is a bitter note. There are sour notes, and it also has a certain thick body to it, which is not there when you brew tea. In that sense, I think that coffee has a certain different experience for one compared to tea. Tea has a more watery consistency because you essentially steep the leaves in water and it releases its flavors.
Okay. Why is it showing that you have appeared for prelims 0 time?
Ma'am, I'm not sure why is that.
Okay, just check it in your dev file.
Okay.
Are you a courageous person?
Yes, ma'am, I think I am.
Then why have you opted for Indian Police Service at 6th place?
Ma'am, given my background, I felt that I was more drawn to other fields that were more aligned with it. So I think that's why I placed them above the police service, not because of any bias against the police service.
But generally, the order of preference, if it is changed, there must be some reasons. Why have you put IRS even above than IPS?
Ma'am, I think that as a student of economics, a stream like IRS sort of felt more interesting to me to work in the long term, which is why I placed it above the police service.
Okay.
Divyanshi, you are from Chandigarh. Chandigarh is the capital of both Punjab and Haryana.
Yes.
What is the rationale behind it?
So, when Punjab and Haryana were split in 1966, the rationale was that Haryana does not have any capital state, which could then house its secretariat and allow for its administration to proceed. Which is why, as an interim measure, Chandigarh was made the capital of both states.
When it was established?
So, Chandigarh was established in 1952.
Okay, I take you now to DJU and GNU. You have been a student of Delhi University as well as Jawaharlal Nehru University. Can you tell me the basic difference and the basic difference of environment between Delhi University and Jawaharlal Nehru University?
So, I think first is the structure. Delhi University typically has various colleges affiliated to it, whereas in JNU, a single campus houses most of our centers and departments. So there is, I would say, that greater interconnectivity in JNU that way. Second is that, sir, all centers, all the colleges in Delhi University also have their own student unions and political bodies, whereas in JNU, we have one common student union and not specific bodies for various centers. So, thirdly, a difference that I found was in terms of how the syllabi is set. In Delhi University, for example, there is one central committee which determines the syllabus for all colleges, whereas in JNU, the academic syllabus is determined by the centers themselves.
Okay.
Divyanshi, as you mentioned, Chandigarh is one of the best urban model. 2 questions. What impresses you most about it? And still, what are the challenges that Chandigarh faces?
So I think what I feel is best about Chandigarh is that it has been divided into its various functions very well. We have a 7-tier system of roads which allows for traffic to flow without impeding resident areas. Second, it also has very high green cover. 51% of the city has green cover, which acts as a buffer against various environmental problems. However, I think in terms of challenges, we do not have an adequate public transit system. Because of that, the city has developed into a car-centric model city, and that also leads to vehicular emissions and congestion. Second, so Chandigarh has primarily been planned with light industries around it, because of which, and it also doesn't permit high density residences, because of which there is a cost of living crisis problem, and there is a slowdown in economic opportunities in the city.
Thank you.
Just a follow-up on this. If Nota gets majority, what happens?
Sir, if Nota gets majority, even then, within the minority votes, the individual who crosses the first past the post gets elected.
No, Nota is higher than all. Nota is even more than 50%.
So as far as I understand, I think even then, the person within the minority of non-Nota votes who has a majority gets elected.